Hi there, I hope everybody is well. I thought we would get some messages for the collective. All right, so we have Four Swords and the Magician. So I feel like there's been a lot of like alchemizing energy for the collective, like maybe meditating, energy work, mindset work, positive thinking, maybe even some therapy. I feel like somebody's maybe doing a lot of praying or consulting like their higher self and working with their spiritual team and surrounding themselves with, you know, a good mental foundation. It also can represent that there's healing needed in a situation. And then here we go. I just shuffled again and we have the Magician. So let's see what this Magician has to say. I feel like this could either be you that I'm talking to, like you're the magician, or this is a story about a magician and what is the tea, what's the truth. I have multiple decks, and so we're going to get into it. I'm not sure if this is going to be multiple parts or multiple videos, so we'll see where we land. I love creating, and so we're just going to kind of go with the flow. The Magician really talks about, you know, that strong creator energy. Like we're all here to create our own reality. And it's like the power belongs with you and only with you. And it's like, it's you and God. It's like you have this direct connection. It's divine. And again, it follows the cycles of the universe. And so all of that is at play here. All these tools are at your disposal and you're here to apply them. Right? It's kind of like applying what you learn. It's kind of like you descend, right? And you apply what you learn to ascend. Okay. So also the Magician really talks about having conscious awareness of your creation. So it's like having creative accountability while here on the physical realm. And so I feel like there's new perspectives and things like that being gained too. I feel like this is like reimagining a world from a different perspective. It's like you have to start from scratch. And I feel like there's a mass awakening happening right now. And I feel like there's like whatever people have believed before, they're starting to realize like it was false, right? They could be in a state of disbelief. And so it creates, you know, an emotional state that it's difficult to come out of. And I feel like many of us are here to like shed the light. Like there's another way, there's another direction, there's another opportunity here. There's like more than one way to do something. And I feel like this is for the evolution of our planet, our species, humanity, each other, our neighbors, our brothers, our sisters. This is like connecting us all, this entire process. I feel like maybe I'm actually kind of seeing this in kind of like the TikTok way. Like it's like but done, you know, on an esoteric level. It's kind of like, you know, something that, you know, wasn't really serving the greater good, right, was taken down, right, because there's somebody who wanted to kind of like take power, right, and control. And I feel like it actually served a greater purpose. So it kind of like united people who have been separated for quite some time deliberately. And I feel like someone's plans got fouled or fooled. Okay. And I feel like this is on a big scale, like our governments, things like that, our systems in place, our societal systems, and our experience here on Earth with the world card. I feel like it's all for the purpose of integration. We've completed a major cycle. Like things are coming down, falling apart so that things can be done in a better, more unified way. Okay, there's the orb there. So there's like this seeing something for greater than what it truly is or appears. And I feel like that's also confirmed by the world. So yeah, this is like an evolution process playing out. All right, so let's see how this plays out here. We have pages. We have a Page of Cups, Page of Wands. Let's see. We have the Star. We have this one next. Two of Cups, and we have the Eight of Cups. I feel like somebody thought that, I feel like somebody was intimidated by someone's abilities. Okay, this is the Star card. I feel like somebody was tempted to. Yeah, and then I have the Nine of Pentacles, the Strength card. Let's see. This also can be you tapping into a few things. So we're going to get into that as well. Okay, and then I have the Lovers. Okay. Interesting. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles and Justice. And what else? Merlin. It's the Hermit. This is a cool Hermit card, isn't it? I like this card. And then Justice looks pretty badass too. Look at this. I like this deck. This is the Celtic Tarot deck. And then, yeah, I like this too, the Rabbit. So Queen of Pentacles, bottom of the deck. Yeah, I feel like there, you know, there is this, I feel like somebody's being, you know, there's this understanding, I think now, that there's a lot of immature energy out here running amok. And I feel like their games didn't quite, or this could just be like in general too. I mean, I feel like there are beings here that are really trying to help to expand the consciousness here. And I feel like they've gone through their own process of like purification in the sense. And I feel like we're collectively going through a process of purification. When I see like, and sometimes we have to start off from scratch. Like we have to like rebuild yourself back up. Like once you realize like everything you've ever known is not like what it seems, like you literally have to like, you're like, okay. And then you go on this quest, this pilgrimage, this adventure, like this inspired like motivation to kind of like, okay, well, let me explore like where this rabbit hole takes me. And I feel like it takes you on a wild ride if you're really paying attention. Like it's an emotional ride and it takes you straight through the inner child. And, you know, I feel like there's also this like, you know, healing this inner child too with the Star card and the 2 pages here. I feel like, you know, this is understanding that like you do have something here to create, and whether people felt like, you know, you did or not is kind of like you having to release this, right? It's not really yours. And this is you just kind of purifying and purging that and just kind of really stepping into your abilities. I would say that like these very much could be representing like your empathic abilities, you know, your ability to create, okay, on a major level, and then realizing like, holy shit, like I can really do a lot with my skills. And this is also like coming into union with yourself and your physical self and your spiritual self and having balance. It's like the Kundalini awakening energy. So this is like coming into union with your higher self. I feel like what was required, I feel there was a lot lost. I feel like there was a lot sacrificed. There was a lot abandoned. There was a lot of disappointment. And I feel like some of it was on your own, like your own doing, right? I'm not saying like you're mostly responsible for these cups not being, you know, that the fact that like you know, they were like having to be abandoned in the first place. I feel like there's some account, like you take accountability for your part in things, right? Like you know that through all of those relationships, you know, you learned something from it. And so you're taking what you've learned from it and you're leaving the rest. There could have been a lot of like empty promises, or like you're the one always filling up the cups. And it's exhausting. And you're like, I'm done doing all the work in a situation and it not being reciprocated. And it's being undervalued. And it's like, you know, you're not having that. I feel like you decided to be like, okay, well, I'm going to go find someone who's like, you know, gonna be my match. I feel like you had to really persevere through this. I don't think it was easy. It wasn't an easy decision to make, but I feel like you realized you were better off on your own, and you took the risk, and it's paying off for you. I feel like you feel like you're in better alignment, okay, with the Lovers. I feel like, you know, you feel like you're in better alignment with yourself, and those are those who you might surround yourself with. I feel like you're in the process of really like learning and growing. And I feel like all the development and the self growth and the growth mindset has really paid off. I feel like you listen to the higher wisdom and knowledge. You're very connected to nature. And I feel like there is a destined partnership in store for you. So let's see what else we can get. Okay, 5 of Swords. When I split the deck, I'm sorry, I need like a better lighting over here. But I would say that this is like, are you going to let this past energy and what they think, say, do, act affect you? Or are you going to let the past like fears get in the way of your future? We want to make sure that we check in on that a bit. So what's next? What's next is like you're moving out of this like drama, this chaos, this uncharted territory. I feel like you'd rather go into uncharted territory than stay where you're at. Okay? I feel like you're manifesting something that is going to bring you a lot of fulfillment. I feel like maybe it's been a long time since you've done something, and I feel like maybe you're going to take a risk. Okay? It might be something that you have been waiting for, and you're like, oh, okay. Let's see. We have a Queen of Swords. What's the Queen of Swords and a Knight of Wands? All right. So there's this energy of somebody not wanting for you to move on, or there could be this energy, manifestation energy. This is clarifying the Magician. I feel like somebody's still like manifesting some sort of energy, maybe wanting you not to go in a different direction. I feel like, or this is you manifesting a new direction. Okay, I'm also getting with the 4 of Cups and the Ace of Cups, like, I feel like there is this feeling of losing something and not being able to get it back. Okay, so there's that energy. And then I also have the Queen of Swords, who is like I'll hear somebody out, but I've already made my decision, or come correct, right? Or this is like, sure, I'll listen to your ideas, right? Maybe there's a new opportunity that could be a creative outlet or going in a new direction. Maybe this Queen of Swords had to make a conscious decision to cut things out in her life that were not serving them. Getting that. She made clear decisions. Quick-witted ones, okay? I feel like this person was, you know, thinking that they were going to conquer you as a conquest, and I feel like they're sadly mistaken. You are not to be one like that, okay? You're not playing that kind of game, and they don't have that kind of power. They do still want to, like, they're still very materialistic, okay? They're very focused on money, 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 because, right, that's what they're lacking, is this not feeling like they have enough. So that is what they're going to seek the most, is whatever it takes to have enough, or, you know, at whatever cost. I feel like somebody is really being affected by how this is all playing out here. The Hanged Man, I mean, Hanged Man and the Emperor. Someone has fallen from grace, okay? Someone who you might have seen that could be a father figure or had some sort of authority or leadership. This could be work too, you know, family dynamic, friends, whatever. But I feel like it is somebody who maybe thought they had more authority and power than they actually did. And I feel like they use this, right, to kind of get their own way. So they're a bit maniacal, I'd say. I feel like they're very lustful as well. I feel like they use lust as a way to manipulate and to gain power over others. They may insert their like pride and ego. There's a lot of like, there's like immaturity here with the page. I feel like somebody really pretends to be something that they're not as well. And I feel like maybe this is now coming to light in some sort of fashion. Okay, it has something to do with like page energy, water energy. And then I'm also having like a page of wands. So maybe someone likes both sex. I'm not sure. That might be partly. No judgment here. Do what you got to do. Feel how you want to feel. I don't really care. Don't come for me for that, because it's not a thing for me. Five of Swords. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of like, maybe there's a bit of shame. Maybe there's a bit of backstabbing. Maybe there's a bit of like betrayal and deceit going on here. This very much could be coming to light. Yeah, with the Merlin. I feel like there's something being illuminated here about what was done. Okay. So, yeah, I feel like the truth is being revealed here. And then I'm seeing the Rebirth card, which has this big baby on it. So, I feel like somebody may have lied about... Maybe they refused to do their awakening, their spiritual awakening. They didn't choose the awakening path. They wanted to stay back and be in this deceiving, betraying, lying, slandering, abusing energy. They may have actually been manipulated. As a result of all the different energy exchanges here with the Page of Cups and the Page of Wands. All right, somebody may have caught something actually, because this lady is holding like a vessel with like a slimy fish on it. So I'm wondering if like maybe somebody caught something as a result of their foul play, because I'm getting like foul play with, you know, this kind of like really dark energy, and then this like heavy wand energy. I don't know, it's kind of sickening, so I'm not sure there, guys. And then I have the Two of Cups, the ending, the death and rebirth, and then I have the Wheel of Fortune. Like, these cards are like major arcana cards. So it's like there was a major ending of a contract here. And there was a soul contract to go through the death and rebirth process, the purification of the soul. And there was a common path here. There was a common journey that these two had a contract with. And something got violated here. So the contract has been ended. Wow. Yeah, so this soul contract has been officially like closed out. Chapter closed out. Yeah, look at Six of Shields. Okay. So that's Six of Pentacles. And then I have the Moon. I feel like they have put a lot of energy towards coming after you, who they were supposed to have a soulmate contract with, right? Like, they destroyed their soulmates, right? Like, they tried to end their soulmates' existence in some way, shape, or form. It could be a friend, could it be family? Don't get it. It doesn't have to be love, but I feel like, I don't think they really clearly understood this. This could be coming to their awareness now with the Moon, like illuminated some conscious energy, like, oh, and then they're trying to like find out information, because it's like they could be like looking for some sort of evidence. It could be asking people about what you're doing. I feel like there's a bit of like investigating happening here. Maybe nobody's heard from you in a really long time because you don't talk to them either. Getting this person might be like trying to ask around, but trying to do it like deceptively, secretly, like in the shadows, maybe even in fake ways. Like, or this represents someone's in fear because of, you know, what they've been up to. I don't know, what's this? Yeah, victory and success. Like, you're not looking back, you're looking forward and moving on like a champ. Okay? Victory is yours, my friend. Okay, we have the Fool. That's what's happening. This is cool, man. 7 of Shields. Yeah, look at this. Like, you're working with the powers that be, right? You're here to collaborate and work with others to create something here, something beautiful. There's like this golden like kettle or cauldron, and you have the support of your ancestors and your spiritual team and whatever this, you know, shadow energy here represents for you. But I feel like you're on your way. You're meant to do this with somebody. Maybe you've done it before. Maybe you've done it many lifetimes. I feel like, you know, you're constantly going back to like where it all began. Maybe you go through portals. I don't know. It's magical. That is so cool. All right, let's see what else we can get you guys. I'm going to leave these here. I'm going to take a short break and I'll be right back. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 other decks to work with. So we're going to get into some nitty gritties. All right.